Previously on This Old Outboard.
Alright, we're looking good, we're looking good. Alright, let's get her back in. I got 1 minute left on my battery. Let's see if I can put this puppy back on real quick. Oh. There we go. Is this thing still running? Yeah. Alright, back at my house. Took a break, got some lunch, and I still don't want to be out here. But let me get this carburetor done. Little tool you can pick up, Home Depot, anybody, one of the big, any hardware store probably. It has all different sizes, you know, cleaning. It's actually made for cleaning welding tips, and it's great for carburetors. Got all different sizes here for the jet orifices, and they're a little rigid. You get in there and clean them out real good. There we go, right there, the next one. Right in. Give it a little. This back end here, if you open the butterfly up and look down there, after you turn the carburetor upside down, boy, look how pretty that butterfly came out too. Ooh, there's a couple little holes right in there. And that's what's feeding your slow speed. And your needle is metering what's going through and into them holes and coming out for your slow speed. A lot of people forget to clean those. Now what I'll do is take a paper clip, small paper clip, bend it and get it, poke it down in each hole, and then flood those little holes very slowly. And when you fill this thing up, you can see the fluid drain through each hole. So you know they're not clogged. If they're not draining, and you have a problem, take one of these puppies and bend it, and you get down in there. There's only 2 little holes back here on this one, and you just stick this in the little holes, and that'll clear them if they're clogged. Flush it out with some carb cleaner, and you should be good to go. Wow, look how pretty. I'm not kidding you, man. That STP stuff works. Alright, so the carburetor's cleaned up, looks good. Like I say, once again, that STP total engine treatment, whatever the hell it was called, the cleaner, works like a champ. Every time I've used it now, all these brass fittings come out looking beautiful. Look at that butterfly in there. And it just, I think that's the ticket right there. And don't forget, pick up a little tool like this, clean everything out. It works great. All right, baby, back with the 25 Johnson 2000 yesterday. Did the mounts. Everything came out good. Today, all the parts are in. Got to clean this puppy up before I put any new parts on. It's filthy. It's a mess. I got new fuel lines, everything's gonna go on today. All right, got my bucket, got my paintbrush. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit a little light coat of this, it's kind of like Purple Power degreaser. Hit it with a light coat and let it get soaking up on these parts. And then, like I said, I'll plug up the intake and a couple other spots that no water can get in. Let's give her a quick rinse. That was just the first cleaning. The problem also on this motor is the lift down here to lift this thing up and keep it up is broken too. Alright, there she is, cleaned up. Looking much better. And sit her out here in the sun. Let it dry up. So we've been having a bit of an audience around here, and I can't seem to get anything done. Finally, everybody has left. I can get back to work here, and like I said, I'm not going to be hooking this thing up. It's a wreck. I'm going to go ahead and get the new charge coil put in, get this top end done first. All right, so this is turning into ridiculous. These freaking screws are unbelievable to try and turn out of this thing. Just unbelievable. I don't know what's going on, if they're freaking glued in or what. You know, just freaking unbelievable. You can't put a freaking, you know, impact driver on it. It's, you know, it's dangling here. There's just, you know, you can't beat this thing up. It's ridiculous. I mean, these screws don't look familiar to me. Are these standard screws they're using on a 2000 model? I don't know. I'm gonna just have to keep punching away at it here, because I got, you know, it's just frustrating. It's hot as hell out, and you can't get a damn screw out, and it's the real life freaking Saga, baby. All right, so it took two of us to get the damn things loose. Held this thing down. Tracy got on here, put his weight on there, and with all of his might, he got these damn things off. We're loose. Shot him down with some PB. They're coming out now. I mean, totally ridiculous. If he's on his way to work, if I was sitting here by myself, I mean, it would just be a nightmare. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not even going to attempt to get these wires back through the original case, I'm going to go ahead and put separate heat shrink on them and do it that way. It's kind of a big piece of heat shrink, but it's all I got in there. Should be all right. What's up, boss?
What you know about that, man?
What's that?
What you know about that?
Oh, shit. All right, looking good. Let me get my torch.
You buy a new motor?
All right, so I'm going to use the lighter on this thing instead of the torch, just a little. I think the torch might be a little bit too hot. All right, that should be good. Okay, so I got to pull these two out of the plug up here, and usually just push them babies out right here. And let's go with brown and yellow first. I think I think I gotta pee. There you go, baby, right on out of there. And I got me a nice piece of wire. Let's get brown and yellow back in. He wanted to come all the way up here to the...
They got to wear this kind of new stuff, huh?
What's that? All right, so that was the brown and yellow. We're gonna do the brown one now. Push it out, same thing. Push the new one back in. Get it all the way up. All right, so I got my ring, and I got it lubed up with some Molly lube. I'm gonna start putting this puppy back together. If you remember, when I took this thing apart, there were the 4 little spacers on there. I said, it's gonna be fun putting those back. So what I'm gonna do there is just stick them on with a little Molly lube, help hold them in place till I get my ring on there. So, get a little lube here, dab it on there. Woo. Yeah, it's been Grand Central Station around here this morning. Anyway, just keep chipping away. I think it was the 40 horse. They recommended a mixture of the Molly Lube and a little 2-stroke. And I'm just going to brush a little bit on here and let it just kind of mix in. A little 2-stroke oil. Just let it mix in by itself. And in the other video, if you remember, you know, this thing was smeared with some type of a grease. Not sure exactly what it was, but it was smeared. All right, here it is here too. You see where it's still on there, still smeared. Clean this off and add some more Molly Lube. Now there's also here is a ring in here, a washer. Let's go ahead and clean this up and do the same thing here. We want this baby nice and loose. Yep, I think this is a big improvement over the old style retainer and bushing and bearing and all that crap. So we'll do the same thing here. Some Molly Lube, a little 2-stroke oil on it. It gonna be slick, baby. Slickaroony. Hoo. Wash her back in. A little bit more. A little bit more oil.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man?
All right. Candace. I know you got a lot of anti.
Alright, so I got to get that little socket that I grind down to fit on here, 1/4 inch drive. So there it is right there. That's the one. Grinded this down, beveled it off to get in here because there's just no room. You got a small socket in there. Alright, I think we're tight and we're nice. We're nice. Alright, so son of a gun of a humana. Here's your primer hose. Flushed it all out, and you can watch the end of that primer hose. See it squirting, so it's working. So here's something I've never seen before: Outboard Marine Corporation fuel hose, OMC fuel hose. Never seen that before. Now, is this original? Has this thing been on here since this motor was built? I don't know. I've never seen this before. All right, fuel pump is on. Let it ride for now. Why is this one seem to be taking so long? If that damn thing is stripped, I'm gonna be pissed. All right, that's good. So I'm gonna throw the friggin' carb on, like I said, call it a day. So once again, I'm gonna show you how nice all these parts came out with that STP, man. That stuff is great. I mean, even the aluminum looks great. Got a little pinky zip tie on there. My battery's about to run out again for the day. So get this puppy on. If it runs out before, see you later.